Alright, welcome back. It's been a little while since I did anything on here, and as you can see, I'm in a new area. I got the poorly set up foam padding that I actually gotta fix, or else it's gonna fall on me. But anyways, I kind of set this up last minute today because I had someone over to record a collaboration, which you'll see very soon. It's gonna be on the album, September. Might release it as a single, I don't know yet, but it's been a long time. Hair's gotten longer, I need a haircut. New setting, this is where I record the music and everything. So, yeah, we're in a new area, and today I'm doing something a little different because I got this suggestion through Instagram once again, I did another little poll thing where I asked you guys to give me ideas, and you delivered, luckily. I try to get to all of them. I save a lot of the ideas, and then I come back and do them, but today we're going to be doing something to see what kind of personality I have, because I'm weird. I'm a nice person, as far as I know, most of the time. Everyone has their moments, okay? But I am going to take the personality test. Now, this is like a verified thing. A lot of people have done this, and apparently it's really accurate, so I'd like to think that it is. But yeah, as you can see here, we have it, and it's going to give me a bunch of questions. Apparently it takes less than 12 minutes. I hope so, because I don't want to stand here all night and do it, but I'm going to try my best to get through it, answer honestly. Even if I don't like what I'm answering, I'm going to just try my best not to answer anything neutral for the best results, and we'll see what I get. So, you enjoy vibrant social events with lots of people. I don't know, it depends, like, I'm going to put that just because maybe when I start to perform more, my music, I'll like it. But as of now, I'm not a huge fan of being in a crowd. I don't mind it. You know what? I'm gonna put agree, because I've been to a lot of concerts. So I don't really mind, I guess. You often spend time exploring unrealistic yet intriguing ideas. Do you count my music as that? I don't know. It depends. What's going on with the lighting? That's a problem. Whenever I look down, that lighting acts weird. Anyways, I'm gonna say agree. I kind of do. I don't know. I'm a little unrealistic in the way I think with things sometimes. I'm gonna try to pick this pace up a bit because I don't want to stand here and explain all the time. Your travel plans are more likely to look like a rough list of ideas than a detailed. Yeah, definitely. I'm not a very organized person unless it comes down, for example, music. Like, everything I do in my life is completely different until it comes down to music. So, I don't know, it's very confusing, and I still can't really figure it out myself. You often think about what you should have said in a conversation long after it's taken place. I do, sometimes. It's not really a serious issue that I have. I feel like at some point in their life, everybody does that. So I'm not too worried about it. I don't think it makes me any less of a person, really. So, yeah, I do that sometimes. If your friend is sad about something, your first instinct is to support them emotionally, not try to solve their problem. Yes, I don't believe it is anyone's place to try to solve somebody's problem for them, because you can obviously, I want to talk about this for a little bit because it's happened to me many times. You can obviously support this person that you care about, but it's not anyone's place but theirs to solve it. You can't rely on other people to solve your life problems, because as people, we need to support each other, but yet at the same time, especially just for example in this crazy time with the entire coronavirus thing, not going to get into that right now. It's not it's not a good topic for me to talk about. I'm not qualified at all. But we as people need to support each other, yet still give people their space to solve their own problems, because we won't be around forever, and we need to pass on with a future generation a little bit of toughness, because I feel like people have gone kind of soft. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna sit here and just try to fit in. I feel like people have gone kind of soft, and I don't know. We gotta get a little bit more strength in people, because one day we're gonna be gone, and then it'll just be passed on to a new generation. And if we want to keep progressing in society, we need to kind of give each other more space, but at the same time, know when and when not to support somebody. And I never think it's a bad thing to help out your friends, but I also think your friends usually have to, you know, kind of figure it out on their own. Sorry. People can rarely upset you. I'm going to say disagree, because I can get very annoyed sometimes, and it's something that I've tried to deal with, and I've gotten better over the years. When I was a little bit younger, I was kind of a very argumentative person. I'm not proud of it, but, you know, it's just something that I went through, and I don't know, it's just how life is. Only 10% of the way? Alright, I gotta speed this up. I'm not gonna stop and talk like that anymore. You often rely on other people to be the ones to start a conversation and keep it going. Sometimes. It really depends. I'm gonna say agree, because I have done that. If you have to temporarily put your plans on hold, you make sure it is your top priority to get back on track as soon as possible. Yes. I'm gonna refer back to the album. You don't know how many times... Oh my god, sorry. That might sound horrible. You don't know how many times I have had to delay this thing, because it's just... it's coming out in September, by the way. If you haven't seen on my Instagram and Twitter, the album is called Deep Sleep Dreaming. That'll make more sense once it comes out, because there's a song on there called Deep Sleep Dreaming, and that will explain the whole thing. Like, Can't Stop Hurting and When Better Off comes out, you'll see. They're not what you think they are, and it'll make more sense once the album comes out. You rarely worry if you made a good impression on someone you met. I'm not gonna lie, I worry about that quite a lot. I think first impressions are very important, because, you know, once you meet sometimes it depends, because once you meet somebody, your personality and your actions, that's what matters to most people. And when you first meet somebody, that's what they're gonna remember, if you know what I mean. I don't know, it's hard to explain. It would be a challenge for you to spend the whole weekend by yourself without feeling bored. Disagree. I like hanging out with friends, but, you know, I've spent several weekends alone and bored, so thus far, because no one can leave, so I've kind of already done that, and, you know, I don't get bored. I really like making music, so I don't necessarily get bored with that. You're more of a detail-oriented than a big-picture person. This is a hard one. You know what? I'm not supposed to do this because I want an accurate result, but I'm going to have to go in between, because that really does depend on the situation. Very affectionate with people you care about. Agree. Alright. Getting through it quick. You have a careful and methodical approach to life. Yeah, I'll agree with that. Yeah, I'm going to put it there. I wish I could stop and explain, but it's going to take a while. You were still bothered by the mistakes you made a long time ago. I'm going to say agree, because a lot of my songs are based on mistakes I made a long time ago. And if you really dig into the lyrics, and if you hear what I say in my videos and just the things I talk about, you'll see that they all kind of tie together. At parties and similar events, you can mostly be found farther away from the action. I'm going to say disagree. At parties, I try to get in with everybody and be as friendly as I can. I like to meet new people. I really enjoy that, which is weird, because a lot of people, especially in this day and age, have a lot of anxiety and, like, problems and stuff, but I actually like meeting new people most of the time. And I really observe people and their actions before I get really close to them, because I'm not going to get into it, but one too many times have I been screwed over, which is probably me. It's probably stupid mistakes I made. You often find it difficult to relate to people who let their emotions guide them. Once again, I'm going to say agree, because, like I said, emotions can't always overpower common sense. That's, if humanity falls, it's going to be for that reason, most likely. Alright, when looking for a movie to watch, you spend ages browsing the catalog. Agree. I strongly agree. I can't make a choice, okay? You don't know how much I'm working on something and I just cannot make a choice. You can stay calm under a lot of pressure. Agree. Most of the time I can stay calm in situations. I'm not really a panicky person. I don't think panicking ever gets you anywhere. When in a group of people you do not know, you have no problem jumping right into their conversation. Disagree. Like I said, I like meeting new people, but I don't usually like to stick my nose where it doesn't belong. When you sleep, your dreams tend to be bizarre and, oh yeah, I'm gonna say that. Once again, referring to deep sleep dreaming. I promise, I'm not trying to plug the album. I talk more about that because, you know, the whole theme of it is kind of about wanting a music career and seeing how certain parts of my life have affected that and getting towards that goal. That's what the whole album is about. So you'll see. I can't say too much because I don't want to spoil it, but in your opinion, it is sometimes okay to step on others to get ahead in life. Agree. Like, when you have to, let's say for example, contracts and legal documents, you can't really worry about feelings. You kind of have to think about yourself in those situations. Most of the time, I care about others as much as I can, but I also can't let that get in the way of my life because, you know, we're all people and need to be treated as such, but at the same time, you can't really rely on other people to that extent. You are dedicated and focused on your goals, only rarely getting sidetracked. Agree. Because once I get started on something, it's really hard to get me to stop, to be honest. Like, I could sit here for 8 hours a day doing this. And I did. Today was an 8-hour recording session. I don't know if it's healthy or not. I sit inside for so long and do this. I mean, no time like the present, I suppose, with, like, this entire quarantine thing. There's really no better time to record, to be honest. If you make a mistake, you tend to start doubting yourself, your abilities, or your knowledge. Agree. And, you know, it makes it difficult because it's hard when you make a mistake because you learn from it, but at the same time you really start to doubt yourself and your abilities. Like, I've asked myself, is it really worth it? Am I really getting anywhere with this? So, you know, that's a good question, actually. I feel like I'm exposing a lot about myself, and it's weird. When at a social event, you rarely try to introduce yourself to new people and mostly talk to the ones you already know. Disagree. Like I said, try my best to meet new people because I like making new friends. You usually lose interest in a discussion when it gets sometimes, I don't know. I'm not the type of person that talks about stuff like that very much, to be honest. You would never let yourself cry in front of others. Disagree. Depends on the situation. You feel more drawn to places. Maybe. I don't know. Sorry I stopped reading halfway through. That's something that I do. When I'm reading out loud, I have a lot of trouble, so I gotta read it in my head. I don't know. I'd have to say maybe agree on that one. You like discussing different views and theories on what the world could look like in the future. Most of the time, yes, but I'm the type of person that looks at what is, not what if. Like, my perfect world is not realistic. There will as sad as it is, there will always be hate in the world, and there will always be people that want to fight and argue, and there will always be war. It's not, I don't think it's possible, or we won't be alive. Anyone who watches this and listens to my music, we won't be alive to see a big change like that. And as sad as that is, it's the truth. We won't. I wish I could be alive for a change like that, but can't live forever. When it comes to making life-changing choices, you mostly listen to your heart rather than your head. Disagree. I don't tend to let my emotions overpower what I know is right. Because, I mean, you can't always do the right thing. And I feel like this is turning into a life advice video. But no, you can't always do the right things. Like, sometimes you gotta do things that are hard. You cannot imagine yourself dedicating your life to the study of something that you cannot see, touch, or experience. I don't know, I have to go neutral. That's a hard one because I don't necessarily think that way. I don't know. See, it's hard to put myself in that position, I think is what it is. You usually prefer to get your revenge rather than forgive. Disagree. I can usually forgive most of the time. I'm not a vengeful person. I'm not evil. You often make decisions on a whim. Agree. Yeah, I do that a lot. The time you spend by yourself often ends up being more interesting and satisfying than the time you spend with other people. I'm going to say disagree on that. I have a lot of good moments with my friends and my family, and I really don't think I'd trade what I do and how I live for anything else. I'm happy in the state I'm in, so I'm not the type of person that feels like things could be better. Things could be better. Like, of course, I feel like we will see better days, but it's just really hard to think about that where we currently are. You often put special effort into interpreting the real meaning or message of a song or movie. Agree. Oh my god, as someone who writes music constantly, I kind of have to put that into consideration. You always know exactly what you want. Disagree. Strongly disagree. No one knows exactly what they want, I don't think, and the people that do, they're kind of lying to themselves, because usually exactly what they want isn't what they have, nor can it be. So, you rarely think back on the choices you've made and wonder what you could have done differently. I'm going to say agree. I do that sometimes. No, I'm guilty. When in a public place, you usually stick to quieter, less crowded areas. Sometimes. You tend to focus on present realities rather than future possibilities. Agree. Like I said earlier, what is, not what if. You often have a hard time understanding other people's feelings. Disagree. I can usually, most of the time I can put myself in a person's shoes to see how they're feeling. I try to be understanding. I don't want people to think I'm a cold-hearted person that only cares about himself, because that's not the case. When starting to work on a project, you'd prefer to make as many decisions up front as possible. Agree. I try, but like I said, I'm not usually successful in that. Sometimes I gotta really plan things out when I do my work. When you know someone thinks highly of you, you also wonder how long it will be until they become disappointed in you. I don't know, that one hits kind of close to home. I'm not going to go into why, but you feel comfortable just walking up to someone you find interesting and striking up a conversation. Yeah, I agree. See, I'm not that shy, really. If I know the person, I'll probably just walk right up and say, hey, how you doing? Crazy times, right? You often drift away into daydreaming about various ideas and scenarios. Agree. You look after yourself first, and others come in second. I'm going to say agree most of the time, which I don't think that's considered selfish. I'm not a closed-minded, selfish person. I like to worry about me most of the time, and that's a good thing. Like I said, people worry about each other, but you also got to worry about yourself first most of the time. Even when you have planned a particular daily routine, you usually just end up doing what you feel at any given moment. Agree. I could not stick to a plan. I can't wake up early. My sleep schedule is off lately, and people have started to notice it. They feel like I'm not acting like myself, which I'm just bored. Like, I'm just not happy being stuck in my house, really. It's not that I'm depressed or anything. It's just, it's the same. Your mood can change very quickly. Agree. I'm kind of a cranky person. You often contemplate the reasons for human existence, the meaning of life. Disagree. I don't really think about it. You often talk about your own feelings and emotions. Yeah, strongly agree. All my songs are about that. You have got detailed education or career development plans stretching several years into the future. Agree. I've really planned out what I want to do and how I plan to do it. You rarely dwell on your regrets. I don't know. I'm going to say disagree. Sometimes I do. Especially when I start writing. Then everything just floods in my mind. And it gets very stress-inducing. Spending time in a dynamic atmosphere with lots of people around quickly makes you feel drained and in need of a getaway. Not usually. I'm not like that, really. You see yourself as more of a realist than a visionary. I'm going to put that just because a lot of my dreams may be considered unrealistic to some people, which is perfectly fine. You're welcome to think that. I have something and I believe in it, so that's why I do it. You find it easy to empathize with a person who has gone through something you never have. I'm gonna say disagree. It's hard. I can put myself in people's shoes very well if I've kind of had something similar happen, but otherwise it can be kind of hard because I don't know what it's like to go through what they go through. Your personal work style is closer to spontaneous bursts of energy than to organized and consistent efforts. Agree. A lot of my songs are freestyled. No. But I kind of just do things randomly. I try to plan it out, but I can't. I'm just like, you know what? Idea, sit down, let's do it. So, your emotions control you more than you control them. Disagree. Not really controlled by my emotions. After a long and exhausting week, a fun party is just what you need. I wish. Once quarantine's over, everyone, let's meet up. Let's do something. You frequently find yourself wondering how technological advancement could change everyday life. Yeah, actually. I think we need to advance our technology, but within reason. Like, we don't want people to die over it. You always consider how your actions might affect other people before doing something. As much as I hate to say it, disagree. I kind of do things without thinking. You still honor the the commitments you have made, even if you have a change of heart. Agree, most of the time. You rarely feel insecure. I'm gonna say agree. I'm not the type of person that worries about what people think of me. What do we get? Oh, really? Huh. Campaigner and whatever that says. I'm sorry, I can't read, I'm dumb. Alright. 57%, whoa. That's interesting. After looking at this, it really makes me think how accurate this is. I'd like to think it's accurate. I'd like to think I'm getting accurate results from this. What's this say? You can, I can't read it properly. Start reading. Would like us to even, no thanks, I'm all set. Alright. You can change the world with just an idea. More than, oh. Alright, I'm sorry, I don't have time to read through all this. Take the test for yourself to find it out. But anyways, that was interesting. I'm going to take the time to read through that after this video. Sorry about the lighting. I want to apologize because I know when I go like this for a little while, I put my head down, the lighting kind of acts weird and brightens up. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate everyone that supported me, even in this time where a lot's going on. Just being able to bring content that makes people happy and people can relate to is what makes me happy. So the more support on social media and here, just keep giving me your feedback. I really appreciate it. I take none of this for granted. I don't think that I'm high and mighty. I don't think that I'm better than anyone. And I think the people that see this video and support me are the ones who make everything I do possible. So thank you so much for watching. Go take this test for yourself. Click the link. I'll leave a link in the description. And down there you can visit this website. You can visit my own website. I got updates about my album coming, and it's really exciting. 2020 is going to be a big year. We're still early on. Better Off got delayed until a little later in May, but it'll still be coming pretty soon. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. This is a long video. Give me more ideas, and peace out.